G'day guys, welcome back to Fading Margins. Well, what follows is almost a montage, cooking montage. I had the Potjiekos out last week. The weather's a bit neither here nor there. I did some venison, amongst other things, like a hunter's pot, and then I did pukka pot the following day. A lot of the camera work was handheld, so if you don't like old-fashioned crappy YouTube videos, I suggest you shy off now and go do something else. For the rest of you, I hope you enjoy it, and I'll catch you on the next one. God bless. Bye-bye. Okay guys, so this is going to be really quick and dirty because I am so out of time. Potjiekos on the barbecue preheating. Onions go in. Also throwing in my sliced fennel. Okay, brown off these beef bones. They're just small ribs. And they'll go in the bottom before everything else goes on top. Next on the hit parade, after a bit of salt, there's a Montage haunch. So going on top of the beef. Okay, so the haunch is in. And I'll get the lid on shortly. As you can see in there, that's garlic. French smoked garlic. I just chopped it skin and all, integrated in the salt. In here, we go all in. I'll just venison to dry out. So I'm going to just colour up a little bit. The belly pork. I'm going to lay that in on top and then the lid will go on. I'm going to get some peppercorns and a few bay leaves. First thing we're looking at now is the haunch. This is larded with belly fat, belly pork roll. What can you imagine? Alright guys, so this is my number 3. I only got one. My weapon of choice. She's nicely oiled up, cleaned up from yesterday. And we're going to start with a bit of oil. We're going to start with some onions. And we're going to put loads of root vegetables in there, a whole chicken, which we're first going to cut all the fat off, all the excess fat, and we're going to whack that on the barbecue, on the grill, just to give it a bit of colour, a bit of flavour. And again, we're not going to go heavy seasoning here. Maybe a bit of Italian herbs and spices, something like that. And that'll be it. And it'll all go in here, and we'll be golden. Right. Here we go then. So we'll lay that aside and I'll go get a knife. Right, here it is, Morrison's Supermarket's finest. I would that it were free range. I would that it was something else. These are my game shears. They've migrated into the kitchen because they so rarely see any game. But they're pretty good for tidying up these birds. Now you're saying, well, what do you need to tidy up? Well, the commercial hens, as you all know, and those of you who cook, they're too fat. They don't move around enough, and they build up a whole load of fat. So what we're going to do is we're going to just take all this out of here. Let's face it, this chicken was a person. This is the only. This might be. Right, so have a good gander inside, make sure it's clean, and get a bit of fat around the neck. There we go. I'll leave the nose on, not least because I quite like that. Now, in a Potjiekos, this will not get, oh hang on. For those of you who think I'm cruel, and you know who you are, and accuse me of not deserving my old staffy, here you go, dogs. Right? Goes around, comes around. Right, so some French salt. The problem with chicken is you have to be ambidextrous, because once you've handled it, you can't then do touching anything else. This is Brittany salt. So it's got a slightly blue hue. I think that comes from the clay, I'm not sure. You can get this stuff that they call, there's a bit in there. There's just a very top skin, but you know, I'm not that precious. Right, this is smoked garlic, which I got from France the last time I was over. So we're going to take that little baby there. And we get a knife. Here's one I prepared earlier, just a kitchen knife, guys. Take off the roots and the excess verbiage. Right. So we want that, and that, and all of them, and him, and him. Right, so we've got that lot there, right? And this is the great thing about a potjie, that it shares with I suppose a Dutch oven and also a pressure cooker, is that once you put it in, nothing gets out alive. I'm not mucking around here, I've got time. So I'm just going to crack all these open. Give them a bit of pasting. Right. These are both goes. There are times to be precious about things, and there are times to just get on with it, I think. And, when you spend all afternoon and half the morning, like I have, messing around with motorbikes, as my American friends would say, wrenching, I feel pretty wrenched. There are two motorbikes, and they both needed something doing, so I decided I'd do it all on the one day. So a bit cream cracking. Righto, so there we go. There it goes. Like that. Those of you who watched my video on hexamine, you'll all be pleased to know I'm wearing my felt coins, not slippers today. I figure if I'm going to use a potjie, I should at least wear the appropriate footwear. Felt coins are it's an old Dutch word for veld, as in bushveld, field, and schoen, or if I'm pronouncing that correctly, is shoe. Field shoe. It's a very simple field shoe. The ones I wear are in a sort of pukka boot style. I recommend them. The company is known as Potjiekos. They're made in South Africa, and they were my traveling shoe of choice right to America. Wherever I go, inevitably these are on my feet because they're incredibly comfortable. You can dress them up, you can dress them down, you can wear them with or without socks. You can do that whole sort of hipster on the beach, you know, drinking pink drinks thing if you want to. It's not my bag of spanners, but you know, is what it is. Right, so we've got an onion, and we're just gonna give him a bit of that, and that's going in there too. Right. So there's the barbie. It's coming good. It's a little bit too much flame, but I don't risk it. Move dangerously. Keep the legs out of it. Like that. In he goes. He'll be alright. Maybe not there. Maybe over there. That's better. That on. And the aim there is just to give it a bit of colour, because everything cooks in its own juices in the potjie, so often it doesn't have any colour. Now, speaking of colour, have I got a treat for you? Now, what I've got in this pot is heaven. This is the stock and the gelatin from last night's meal in the Potjiekos. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to use it. First thing I'm going to do is boil it, heat it up, and get it very hot. As Clemenza said in the original Godfather, you want to start with a bit of oil. It stops things from sticking. So, a glug of fruit, a glug of olive in there. Then we start with an onion. I'm not showing you this in my angle. You want to see me cutting it. Yes, you wouldn't be here. Right, okay, so onion in half. In half again. Like that. Simple. Nice and coarse. What we're doing is we're building up a base. The two actually. They're not huge. Yeah, it's funny. I vacillate about the idea of big outdoor knives. I have a Buck 119, which some people would say is not a big knife. I also have a BK9, which is a big knife, and a Condor Hudson Bay, also a big knife. And I think, well, you know, as I say, I love them, especially the BK9, but I think to myself, would it be my choice? And yet, in the kitchen, this is what I reach for. And it's a big knife. Well, it's got a long blade, put it that way. Right, so the Potjiekos got the onions in. We want those to start browning off. Get that aroma going. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to go back out. We're going to have a look at the chicken, and we're going to put this on the coals to start cooking. Okay, so here's my what do you call this? I don't know. What's happening here now? There's a little bit of colour. Not great colour, but it'll be alright. Okay guys, so where are we at? Hang on. So I've chopped up some root vegetables. We got very cool with skins on, always with skins on. Where's my head? There I am. Yeah, so parsnips, carrots, baby potatoes. I'm adding to that because I can. Some chopped belly pork. All right. Chuck a bit of salt on that. All right, let's go in the Potjiekos along with, where is it? This is the remains now, boiled and sieved, so it's just, oh, you can smell that, man. It's just stunning, absolutely stunning. Every YouTuber who ever cooks goes, oh, wait, you can smell that. Well, that's the real deal, man. All right, for dressing, bay leaves and Kräuter nach italienischer Art, which, assuming you understand my very poorly pronounced German, is basically Italian seasoning. Just herbs. I don't think it's, yeah, lots of oregano and something. So we're just going to toss some of that in. A few bay leaves, all universal, garlic. You know it's good. I'm going to need my tongs because you can't do everything with one hand, right? I shall bring you back in a minute. Oh no, so these are onions now, starting to caramelize. the ends, the belly pork, going off a little bit. And then I have this stock. There's our chicken. Nice and brown. I used to be in Southern Europe on holidays. Oh, so round up our little friend. Does he not look gorgeous in there? And there we go. Look at that. It's a work of art, that is. Very generous. Pinch. That's it. It goes on. Or he does the magic. Ready? There we go. And deliciousness in the pot. Right, that's it. So until next time, this is Steve from Fatty Margins, wishing you all health, happiness, and every blessing. I'm signing out and going to have some dinner. Talk to you soon. Bye.